Idly ho there, neighbors. It's me again. I hope all of you are well and the world is treating you well. It's me checking in. I've had a hard couple of days trying to get everything together, so I've been super lax about getting out my geek word podcast. Or it's not a podcast. It's a video one. YouTube thing. Episodes. Yes, that's what I wanted. Episodes. Yes. The episodes have been a little lax this week because work has been remarkably frustrating, among other things. Plus, I've had the seasonal sniffles, so I haven't actually sounded my best for most of this week. That said, I'm here now, and one of my plans over the weekend, because I'm off this weekend, is to record the next week's worth of Geek Words on Sunday, so I don't have to worry about, if I'm having time to make them or if I'm, running behind or something like that. I can make it nice and easy, which is something I should have been doing all along, and I've been slack. So there's that. Another thing I'm going to bring up is I used to do voice acting type stuff. Audio dramas are fascinating. If you haven't checked them out, I'll include some links below in the show description of some audio drama companies that do modern radio plays, essentially, online via podcast distribution. Now, I did this for a good number of years, and I haven't in a while. I fell out of the habit. Part of it was, if I'm being honest, uh, an issue with how I got involved with a company that did a lot of what's referred to as fan audio. Fan audio is like fanfic, except in audio. And they did some fan audio stuff, and due to circumstances that I'm not altogether clear on, they had to remove all of that. And some of my favorite work was in one of those shows. And when that went away, I lost some of my enthusiasm for it. I'm not going to lie. Also, life got in the way, and it's easy to let life get in the way of the stuff. Especially if you're not getting paid or anything, you're just doing it for the love of the thing. It's easy to go, well, yeah, I love doing that, but, and I did that once too often, and so I haven't done it in a while. And recently I got reminded that I actually really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing audio drama, so I'm going to be turning in some auditions. I'm actually recording them tonight after I'm done with this little video exposition, and hopefully I can get back into it. I'm out of practice, so I may not get any of those auditions, but I enjoy doing the work. I think it's a great way to spend your time. It also, unlike a lot of the podcasting stuff that I used to, would love to be able to participate more in, I don't have to worry about somebody else's schedule because I'd be recording in my home. The way the audio dramas work, at least the ones I've worked on, I get the lines. The script gets sent out to all the cast members. Those cast members are spread all over the country, so there's that. And you record your lines. You usually do a few takes, 2 or 3 takes, and then you mail in your lines, or you email them in a digital format. You do 2 or 3 takes to give the director something to work with to make it fit better with the other guy's recording, because you can't hear the other recordings generally. And so what you're doing is just You're recording your lines and imagining how the other guy will sound, and then say your next line, and imagining the other guy's sounds, it's your next line, and you may email these off as individual files, and then the director takes those files from you, and he takes those files from the other actors involved, and he takes some sound effects, and he edits it together so it sounds like a classic radio play, like you're all in the same room. Not unlike what animation or video game sound work is like. That, and so I think I always enjoyed that because it gave me a little bit of the thrill of acting, um, without a lot of the risk, without a lot of the downsides of acting in some regards. One of the downsides of acting is you're limited by your body. Uh, if I were cast in a stage production, would undoubtedly be cast as a secondary character or possibly a villain in most plays, because I don't look like a leading man. I'm a big, heavy guy who's in his 40s and has gray hair. So, I could certainly see being a professorial type, or possibly a Gutman from the Maltese Falcon or something like that. But nobody's going to cast me as the leading man because I'm not, the handsome leading man type. The physicality of it, I just don't reflect. And any role choice I would get in a physical acting sense would be limited by my body. Whereas when I'm doing voice acting, particularly in an audio drama, my appearance means nothing. Not one bit. I can be cast as a scraggly old werewolf, or an officious sort of hoity-toity government official, or a tough as nails cop, or any number of things. And I could be cast as an alien. I could be cast as any number of things. I don't have to do makeup. I don't have to look the part. I just have to sound the part. And I have a good voice, so I can sound the part. And that's very appealing. It's very refreshing and freeing in some regards. Also, the fact that you get to do as many takes as you want, and that you can do it in your room, certainly is easier than regular acting in some regards. I've done some stage stuff in back in school, but nothing serious. And I wouldn't mind doing stage stuff, don't get me wrong, or screen or what have you. Clearly, I've become more comfortable with a camera in my face. Hi. But there is a certain freedom in just acting with your voice, and letting your voice carry everything. And one trick that you learn working on voice stuff is you can only go so far with your voice. I mean, purely on the voice. If you're talking on the phone and you're smiling, the person on the other end can hear it in your voice. If you're smiling, even if you're faking it a little, they can hear it. They can hear it in your voice. It makes a difference in the tone. If I'm angry, if I'm playing an angry character, I have to actually be a little angry and sound angry. If I'm sad, I have to be sad. I have to look sad and feel sad and experience it a little. And learn to recognize what those signs are. Oh. Anyway, I've rambled enough. coming up on 10 minutes here. One other thing, I've had some. I don't inflict the health updates on here too often. I try to avoid, putting them up too much. But yeah, I've in the last 2.5 months, I've lost almost 50 pounds, and I'm enjoying that progress. I feel like that's good progress that I've made. My goal is to lose close to 200, actually a little more than 200. So I've got a ways to go, but I'm certainly a long way into that 200, and I'm feeling pretty good about that fact. So positive enforcement. That's where I'm at. Anyway, I promise I will have more gamey type stuff to next time. But I thought I'd give a sort of an update ramble. And I will talk to you guys later. Try to stay out of trouble, especially you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You don't want to fail me. No. This is what happened to the last one failed me. Right. Subscribe, like, share with all the people, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. It's not creepy at all.